In a quiet neighborhood where old street lamps painted pools of golden light onto slick, rain-polished pavement, there lived a gentle soul named Avery in a small, book-filled cottage at the edge of Brighton. Every night, the world outside seemed to hush by agreement, as if even the distant city stilled for rest. Avery loved these velvet twilights, when shadows quilted the cobblestones and the muffled hum of a night bus was as soothing as a lullaby. Tonight, after laying down with a well-worn novel, Avery noticed something odd just past the window, the faintest flicker, as if someone moved through the misted garden gate. It was not fear, but a delicate curiosity that pulsed in Avery's chest. What shimmered in the darkness? What beckoned just beyond the safe pool of lamplight? Cozy as their bedroom was, Avery's curiosity grew. Drawing a blanket around shoulders, Avery stepped quietly into the slick hallway, passing framed photos blurred in the gentle gloom, and entered the front room. The air carried a hint of something floral, heavier than jasmine, almost ancient. Through the front door's frosted glass, Avery glimpsed the sleepy cul-de-sac lit by pools of streetlight. Across the lane, at the edge of a narrow, empty pathway, a subtle movement, someone gently laying something small and soft upon the ground. Heart tickling with anticipation, Avery unlocked the door, slicked on worn gumboots, and tiptoed into the night's embrace. Stepping onto the wet cobblestones, Avery breathed the damp, mysterious air. The perfume grew stronger, mingling with the scent of rain and distant bread from a night bakery. Under one street lamp, scattered petals glowed white and pink against the asphalt like tiny moons encircling a hush. There, kneeling with careful motion, was a stranger, dressed in a sweeping coat, hands arranging flower petals in a long oval shape. Farther back, a dozing old man rested on a stoop, his presence like a gentle sentinel. Avery's boots made the faintest squelch. The stranger looked up, eyes shining gentle but guarded. In a voice like velvet over gravel, they said, "Do you see them too, the petals that glimmer under city lights? I place them each night for lost things and wishes." Avery nodded, entranced by the ceremony in the stranger's hands. Suddenly, the petals' oval seemed to shimmer as if holding something invisible and important. Avery's curiosity grew roots. What were the petals guarding? Could a secret be hidden here, wrapped in the hush and scent of flowers? The stranger, noticing Avery's gentle curiosity, spoke again. "Sometimes, when the world seems too loud, I come here to honor the quiet things, the worries, the forgotten dreams, the pets and people who wander away." They motioned for Avery to join. Hesitantly, Avery knelt by the oval, tracing finger over a petal, cool and dewy. "What are you searching for?" asked the stranger. Avery thought of comfort, of a day that had started strangely bright and become tinged with yearning. "Something lost, I think, or maybe something I never quite had." The stranger smiled, a subtle warmth piercing the coolness of the night. A sudden gust sent more petals skittering gently across the roadway, as if guiding the two further along the misty path. The old man on the stoop lifted his head, meeting Avery's gaze, and with a kind, wordless nod seemed to invite them deeper into the mystery. Together, Avery and the stranger walked the winding alley. The distant sound of a train horn and the crisp shuffle of their footsteps threaded through the air. They came upon a stray puppy, thin and shivering beneath a flickering neon sign. Avery bent, whispering sweet assurances, and the puppy wagged its tail, the tremble in its body easing under Avery's gentle hand. "Sometimes the city forgets its littlest ones," murmured the stranger, "but you remembered." As the night deepened, Avery and the stranger followed the petals trail through sleeping streets flanked by shuttered shops and drawn curtains. They encountered a lamplit cat perched on a mailbox, its eyes twin lanterns against the gloom. The stranger shared the petals with silent foxes darting at the edge of yards, and Avery noticed how the world shimmered, nimbly balanced between mystery and calm. Each act of small kindness, offering a cube of bread to the cat, a gentle word to the foxes, wove Avery more deeply into the city's secret heart. It was not fear that guided them through these noir dream lanes, but the quiet thrill of discovery, softened by every gentle word and careful step. At an old bridge, petals clustered at its center, gleaming brighter than seemed possible. "We are close," whispered the stranger. Here, the air itself felt expectant. Avery thought of the mounting pressures at home, the tangled worries about loved ones, moments when the weight of burdens had seemed too much to carry alone. The stranger turned to Avery, voice low and soft. "This path is for all of us searching, sometimes for answers, sometimes only for peace." Avery felt a gentle courage, a sense that the night itself wished them comfort. Avery knelt at the bridge's center, laying a final petal in the glimmering oval. Instantly the shadows seemed to part, and Avery was filled with a peaceful warmth, the gentle pressure of memory, longing, and hope intertwining. A quiet sense of belonging, as though all the city's restless hearts pulsed together in the glow. The puppy nestled into Avery's lap, finally able to sleep. Overhead, the clouds slid away to reveal a secret patch of sky and the faintest brush of stars. "This is what I came for," Avery whispered, realizing that what was lost had always been part of the journey. The stranger smiled, their silhouette outlined in the silvery haze. "You brought a lost thing home tonight," they said gently, and Avery knew they meant both the puppy and something secret within their own heart. The old man from earlier reappeared, collecting a petal and giving Avery a nod that felt like a silent blessing. Everything seemed connected: the petals, the puppy, the strangers, the city itself, all bound by small acts of noticing and care. Shivering a little, Avery realized dawn was not far off, the velvet night now gentled by the coming warmth. Carrying the sleepy puppy, Avery retraced the winding path home, each street now changed by the journey. The old street lamp seemed to bow in gentle greeting. Cats and foxes watched with knowing eyes from their hidden places. The once ordinary cottage beckoned with golden window light, the garden petals, left behind, now shining like tiny stars. The city was quieter than Avery remembered, but not with loneliness. Instead, it was the hush of comfort and understanding. Passing through the door, Avery looked back once, heart full of soft wonder. Inside, Avery placed the puppy on a patchwork blanket and watched as it curled up, breathing deeply, trust restored. Outside, the rain had stopped, leaving only the faintest hush and the perfume of petals drifting in through an open window. Though the world outside still carried its mysteries, Avery felt no fear, only a sense of peace, and the knowledge that some lost things are simply waiting to be found by a gentle heart. As sleep crept in, the cottage felt lighter somehow, as if both the burdens and the wonders of the night had been woven gently into its walls. The adventure, quiet and profound, was now a memory ready for dreams.